the NFL. He's coached at the college level. But 2023 is different. We talk about this every day. I mean, trying to motivate young men, trying to keep them off Snapchat and every other social media thing. Totally different than when Dan and I played in our respective leagues. So from that standpoint, though, he also can add, there's different analytics takes that people have and, should be shared. That, listen, you can still look at things my way, but also the new technology way can help you as well. And I think a lot of these kids are into that. Even when I coach my younger kids, they get a lot of that stuff. They're not playing MLB The Show just because it's a cool video game. It's got stuff in there that honestly, these Harvard grads, like I was just looking at for our thing later on in the show of the AFC North. The GM of the Cleveland Browns is a Harvard grad. Podesta is a Harvard grad. I mean, these are very smart people. So, the best thing that you can do, like Ryan Martin said the other day at the golf tournament, surround yourself with very smart people, giving opinions, sharing different strategies and things like that. But at the end of the day, you still want to play football, and you still want to win football games. It
was kind of a passing showcase day at practice as the media had the privilege of talking to a lot of the receivers and pass catchers on the availability part of practice yesterday. And Bob got around Justin Jolly, who I think is a big part of this offense being successful. He is the tight end. Now, he is also going to be joined with a transfer from Michigan, Lewis Hamilton. Wouldn't that be something? If Lewis Hamilton's
not very big.
He's fast. Great job.
He's fast. Thank you.
Lewis Hansen is the tight end that's transferring from Michigan. Here's Justin Jolly talking about how excited he is for the tight end and receiving corps.
So the young guys, we have a good wide receiver core for young guys. We got a good tight end group. I know one of our transfers, Louis Hansen, he's a Michigan guy, and coming from a big platform like that, we always got questions trying to pick his mind at, and like Taquan, I know Zion might have said this before, but picking his brain and seeing what he thinks on the field and just trying to understand on what his eyes, what his reads are. It's a lot, but it helps out during the game.
I thought this last year on defense when Membry came to this team as a linebacker from Kentucky. I just thought he raised the bar for a lot of these guys that are going to Uconn for the first time or transferring into Uconn from a smaller college. And when you got a guy that's coming from Michigan who has seen how the number 2 team in the country, by the way, as polls come out, the Wolverines are right there at the top, seeing how they practice, how they do things, and kind of sharing the knowledge like you're saying with Danny O. You don't want to do like, well, this is what we do at Michigan, man. You don't want to be that guy, but you can see different things at that kind of level, at that Big Ten top 5 level, tricks of the trade that you can steal from a guy like Hansen coming in. I love both of these guys as being great pass catchers, but also going to spread out that defensive line when necessary. Plus, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in a 2-point stance in a slot situation where they can really use some mismatches against linebackers. Wide receiver-wise, Cam Ross is back. Cam Ross had a spectacular freshman year. I think he caught over 40 balls, had a few touchdowns, about 700 yards. Then he got injured. Then he got injured again. And last year, like as the season started, I think he got injured in camp, right? Like he didn't even see the field until the end of the year. Cam Ross is back. And, man, for a guy to go through that many injuries, you would think that you would throw in the towel. But this dude's super excited about the season.
I mean, yeah, just my love for the game and, the goals that I have envisioned for my future and the team that's surrounding me and the family that I have in this building. All those things fall into my determination and just drive to keep going. I mean, I've said before, like when I was hurt, especially the second time around, man, it's just like the family and that I had around me and everybody's just behavior towards me and not treating me like anything less or just treat me as like one and just allow me to get back, allow me to take my time and it definitely motivates you and it just wants you to go out there and put your best foot forward for everybody in this building.
Not only that, just a guy that is you would have to think second, third, fourth chance at playing collegiate football. He's not going to take anything for granted.
No.
He's going to every snap, every play, every drill, every practice, every sleepover. This dude is going to soak up. And if you are a freshman or a sophomore, Cam Ross can be a big-time leader by example on this team.
Yeah, I mean, even when you have leg injuries, you're still catching balls. You can still stand in front of the machine. I watch the NFL guys sit there and catch one-handed and do all kinds of drills and stuff like that. It does suck to be injured, but like you said, when you do get another opportunity, you don't take anything for granted. But you also can help these younger guys, understand that from the get-go. Hey. Don't get into your third or fourth year or your redshirt junior or redshirt senior. I'm looking at a lot of them on this roster.
Right.
A lot of these, post grads that are coming here that want to play, get another chance to play some football. Because maybe you're not going to play in the NFL. Maybe you're not going to play in the CFL. So you should appreciate every time you're on a football field, whether it's practice or game.
It'll be great having him on the outside once again. Hopefully we get him for every single game, and there's no more injuries in his football career. That excites me about this passing offense, but really this guy, I got a chance to watch some footage from him back at New Mexico last year. He's another transfer in here. I think he's got a GR next to his name, one of the grad guys. Jordan Porter comes to us from really Arizona State, New Mexico, now at Uconn. However, Rancho Cucamonga?
Rancho Cucamonga.
Now, explain where that is, that L.A.,
California.
right?
Right outside of Anaheim.
So when Mora was at UCLA, knew Porter back in his high school days, and that's where the relationship began. Jordan talked about that's a big reason why he's on the team. Really, the only reason he's on the team is he called him Jim. And then had to correct himself, said Coach Moore. But
well, maybe Coach Moore. A lot of coaches don't want to be called Coach or Skip.
I imagine.
So they want to be on a first name basis.
So Jordan was asked by the media on this day, what does he think about the pressure on repeating bowl season with UConn? This way said.
I feel like the reason why there really isn't no pressure is because even though it was a solid year last year and a big improvement from the year before, there's a lot more things we can still improve on. And like we talk about it all the time. It was probably like 2 or 3 games with 1 or 2 plays. That was the difference in them winning or losing last year. So I feel like there is no pressure. At the end of the day, we know what we got to do, and we're prepared to do good this year.
I love the pronouns he was using right there, saying a lot of we, saying a lot of us. He wasn't even on the team last year. So there's guys usually that when they come in, they say these guys or those guys in last year's team. This guy has already embraced it as the successes of UConn football, past, present, future, are also successes of Jordan Porter. Really excited to have that guy on the outside too. I know there's going to be a lot of rotation from those wide receivers coming in and out, but I think those 2 guys, if we can keep them healthy and get them the football, that's another big part of it.
Yeah.
If we can get them the football, I think the passing game is going to be a lot more improved than it was last year.
I love it, man. I love how enthusiastic he is, and especially a lot of the other people coming in. You have to get these guys because remember they've been indoctrinated from other coaches, and right. This kid's coming out of New Mexico, and so they've got you believing that New Mexico is the best school. I mean, you got to buy in, hook, line, and sinker. I think that's part of Coach Mora and his coaching staff's job. And not just going to bowls, but like he said, improving every day, getting better every day gives him an opportunity to open some eyes if his dream is to play in the NFL one day. So these are all things that you want to get the right young men to be in here because it's infectious. I just feel like that what's happened since Jim Moore got here is infectious. It's infected the fan base. It's rejuvenated everybody's love of football in this area. And so now you've got guys that are coming from so far out of this area where it's nice to see. UConn having that kind of reach to, get these kids through the transfer portal. I think that's one of the most beautiful things that's happened to football. I know a lot of people don't think so, but for a program that struggled for so many years to get talent, I think it's perfect for UConn.
We are 15 days away, 2 weeks and a day. 2 weeks and a day. It will be Thursday night special. NC State will be at the Rent, taking on UConn in game number 1, 2023, the reload season for Coach Moore's UConn Huskies.
Love it. Got to reload, baby. Take your shot last year. We're reloading for this year.
I'm nervous for NC State, though. Nervous about it. What, you're not? You got to be.
I'm nervous for every team we play, even Tennessee. Tennessee's going to be shocked. Going to be shocked.
There's a lot of wins on that schedule.
Absolutely.
A lot of wins on that schedule.
Absolutely. All right, when we come back, Daily Pickle, I was running the numbers because I wanted to actually go back through the schedule of the New York Yankees last year, so I've done some arithmetic.
Oh, no
and
way.
I'm going to bring it next segment when we have the Daily Pickle here on the Rob Dibble Show with Ben Darnell in your afternoon drive. John and Kurt are in the next room doing a great job of putting us on the air.